Payten and I will give him the political parody. So, shall we go? Are you ready? Okay. Start. You're in charge.
It's a story of a place called Mouseland.
Mouseland is a place where all the little mice lived and worked and born and died, and they lived a lot like you and I. They even had a Congress. And every 2 years they went to the voting booth and cast their ballots. They even walked to the polls. Some even got a ride to the polls.
We got a ride for the next 2 years too.
And on election day, they all went to the polls and they cast their ballots. And they elected a government.
A government made up of big, fat, black cats.
Now you might think it's strange that mice would elect a government made up of cats, but maybe you don't know much about our history for the last 100 years, or maybe then you wouldn't think they're any stupider than we've been. Now I'm not saying anything against the cats. They were fine fellows. They conducted government with dignity. They passed good laws.
Laws that were good for cats.
But the laws that were good for cats weren't so good for mice. And then life got harder and harder. And when they couldn't take it anymore, they went in mass to the polls and they voted out the black cats.
And put the white cats in.
The white cats had put up a terrific campaign. They said what Mouseland needs, more vision. Heard that before? What's wrong with Mouseland is those round mouse holes. If you put us in, we'll establish square mouse holes.
And they did.
And the square mouse holes were twice as big as the round ones. Now the cat could get both his paws in. And life got harder and harder. Well, then they voted the white cats out. And they put the black cats in. Then they voted the black cats out. They put the white cats in. They even voted in one group of half black cats and half white cats.
And they called that coalition.
They voted in one government with cats that made a sound like a mouse, but they ate like a cat. You see, the trouble wasn't with the color of the cats. The trouble was that they were cats. And cats just naturally took care of cats ahead of mice. And then along came one little mouse with an idea. Watch out for the little guy with an idea. And he said,
why do we keep on electing a government made up of cats? Why don't we make up a government made up of mice?
Oh, they called him a communist. This is to lock him up and they threw him in jail.
But I want to remind you, you can lock up a mouse or you can lock up a man, but you can't lock up an idea.
That came from Tommy Douglas, the Premier of Saskatchewan, starting in 1940. And he did that for decades with the only intent of creating Canadian health care, which he called Medicaid. We stole that name from him, got Medicaid or Medicare before Canada did, but he was the father of Canadian health care, and he was single-minded. And contrary to what we've heard from everybody, it works very well in Canada. And it does in England, and it does in Germany, and it does in Norway, and it does every place else but here. But I think one of the things that I'd like to say as a District 30 Democrat is it's really time to think about the position of the party in electing people to office. There's a lot more people out there that are as good as Aaron Obed. And we haven't been electing them. And we need to reflect, I think, in why that is. And I think somewhere along the way, we lost a lot of what Democrats think they believe in, and I think everybody here does. But how we operate doesn't seem to match what our beliefs are. And if we think that through and change the strategy and our philosophy, I think we'll start to win elections. And I don't think we will until that. We've let the Republicans paint us into the corner on who they say we are. and we're not. As I drive around Bismarck, think of this. Just think of the tax and spend Democrats have been in charge of the legislature and the Capitol for the last 25 years. Tax and spend Democrats. You looked at the increase in bureaucracy under 25 years of Republicans, the massive expansion of government, the tax base, the tax structure. They're the tax and spend people. They're the big government people. They're the ones that are stepping on the little guy. It's not us. So why have we let them take the high ground? Why? Well, I'm not going to claim to have all those answers, but I do know this, that if we tackle that issue and make that case, we're going to start electing Democrats and do it soon, and the country needs it. We don't need any more Al Carlsons. We do. I'm sad to see that you're in town. You shouldn't be here. You have no business being here.
I wasn't here for the circumstance.
So we are paying for this foolishness, and that's what it is. It's a matter of fact.
$77,000 a day.
As I told Senator Hoban, this is one of the few times in my life I've been ashamed of the government in North Dakota to do this.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
So.